Okay, but yeah, just find somewhere comfy so we can start with our hip flow. And so you'll have your feet, legs out, feet in front, and we'll just drop your knees down to one side and then switch to the other side. Nora and Shira, where are you now?
We're still in SF.
And where?
We're going to Oakland this evening and to stay with Maddie and Felice.
Oh, fun. You must tell them hello.
What?
Tell them hi
Okay.
from the garden party. Okay, you can do some like hands up or hands on the ground if you were already hands up. Okay, and then next, once you get to one side, you're gonna push yourself up into double kneeling, so both knees down, hips forward, and then you'll just drop your butt back down, and then rotate back to the other side, and then just come up to kneeling. All right, and then next time you get to that kneeling position, you're just gonna take this trailing leg. So if I was going to the right, I'm gonna take my left leg and pick it up and swing it through. So now you're in half kneeling with one foot on the ground and one knee down. You can really make sure you get your hips forward. And then you're gonna pick that foot up. And also it's okay to put your hands on the ground if you need help with some balance. Pick that foot up and then swing it back. Put your knee down by your knee down by your foot that was already down there, and then drop your butt and switch sides. Again, trailing leg swings around into kneeling, and then picking it up, swinging it back to where it came from by that foot that's already on the ground. And sometimes it's a fun challenge to really try to slow it down. See if you can't hold that balance on one knee. As you swing that leg through. And then the next time you get up here, also go ahead and, get your hips stretched, but then send your hips back, straightening out your front leg and kind of bow forwards and get that hamstring. Whew. Ignore that. Another fun part about the garage door open is the neighbors waving at me. And then, when you get here, send those hips back, straighten out that front leg. Get those hammies out. Definitely migrating all over the place this morning. Okay, and then next, we're gonna go ahead and come on up to standing. And we're gonna start with our knee hug. And then kind of stepping out into a deep lunge with your back leg down and bringing your hands to the ground. And then from here, we'll get a twist, and you're gonna twist with each hand. So if you're not sure which one, just start with one side and then do the other. And then place your hands back down to the ground. Bring your back knee up off the ground and bring your front foot around to meet it. So now you're in plank. And then you're gonna walk your hands back to your feet. And come back up to standing. And then now we'll do it again on the other side. So it was big knee hug, and then taking a big step, dropping that back knee down and dropping your hands to the ground. And then twisting, again, twisting with each arm, so it doesn't really matter which one you start with. Hand back down, taking that back knee up, front foot back, with back foot into plank, and then inchworm, back up. So you can keep moving at your own pace through these. We'll just alternate side to side. Knee hug, big step, deep lunge, twist. Back to plank and then inchworm. Hey. Okay, go ahead and finish up those. There. And then once you're done with those, we'll just stay standing and we'll go into some of our walking deadlifts. So you're taking that short step and then just bowing forward. A little mini step. These are kind of like the turtle herders that the kids like to do. Just keeping your hips high, kind of bowing forward. Softly bending your knees is fine, but really just stretching out those hamstrings. All right, and then we're gonna come back down into plank. 3, 2, 1, plank, and we're gonna add a little shoulder tap. So right arm tap, left shoulder, left arm tap, right shoulder. That's funny, my neighbor's back. He's like, what'd you forget? Or maybe he's just like dropping his kid off, who knows? Oh my gosh. Thirty more seconds for our shoulder taps. All right, 3, 2, 1, now we're gonna do up, down. So hop your feet up and then stand. Back to plank, and you can actually step if you want. You don't have to hop. You can step back and step up. Either way is great. Make sure you're planting those heels before you stand up. Really pushing into the ground. All right, last one of those, and then we'll go back to our walking deadlifts, or the turtle herders, whatever you want to call them. But just soft bending your knees, a little staggered stance, and bowing forward. Trying to keep that back flat, hips high. Whew. All right, 3, 2, 1, back into the plank, shoulder tap. Ten more seconds for your shoulder taps, and then we'll finish it off with 1 minute of up downs. 3, 2, 1, up downs. More seconds. Ten more seconds for up downs, and then we'll take a little break. 3, 2, 1. Okay, short break. Little rest. Of water. Okay, we're going to play around with the weights a little bit next. And so you can start nice and light and work your way up, or, you know, whatever you want. We're going to start with a sumo deadlift. And so these ones, you know, you might be able to, might want to start light, but if you have like heavier weights, you can always like go up in weight as we do these. And so for your sumo deadlift, we kind of practiced these a little bit last week. You're going to take a really wide stance, so like outside your shoulders. So it'll be wider than your conventional deadlift, wider than even your squatting stance. And you want to point your toes slightly out and bend your knees slightly. And then also I think it's fun to start in this top position with the weight at your hips. And you want to bow forward until the weight starts to pass your knees, at which point you can bend your knees to keep the weight close to your body, and like right out in front using your lats to keep it close. So you can really get a little push from your legs a little bit more than just using your back in the conventional deadlift, or using more of your back and your hamstrings and your butt. So again, as it's coming up, you can kind of press into the ground a little bit, and then once it passes your knees, that's when you send your hips forward, squeezing your glutes, finishing off with the hinge. So you'll hinge forward on the way down, and then bend your knees a little bit, and then on the way back up, but unbending your knees, and then finishing with that unhinging of your hips by squeezing your glutes forward. And we're gonna do 8 reps. And it's just kind of fun to think about, like, okay, when am I hinging, when am I bending? You know, all the reps are good reps. As long as you're keeping that back nice and flat, bracing your midline, belly button to spine. And then it's kind of just more of a nuance of like when you're dividing that knee bend into your hip hinge. Okay, and then after you've done 8 of those, we're gonna do 8 per side in a staggered stance, bent over row. So you'll take this staggered stance kind of like we were just doing with our walking deadlifts. And now you'll have that weight in your hand and you'll bow forward and then you'll row up to your chest and then come back up. And we'll do that 8 times per side. So you just kind of keep your stance here. And we'll do 8 times each side. Oh, my mom is here. So do 8 times per side. I think some of you missed it. My mom is dropping off a puppy for me to take care of. So everyone's gonna get to see a puppy. And also these are just our 2 movements for this little like strength set. So once you've done 8 per side on those, you can take a little rest and then just go back to your deadlifts. Your sumo deadlifts. I guess they're both kind of deadlifts. And we'll do 4 per side, or 4 sets, sorry. So 4 per movement. She's so cute.
She comes just by doing this and saying raya, raya, raya.
Okay.
I don't say kind of repeating that. And just in case she wants to say it twice. I never close her in, I always just leave it open.
Yeah. Open it up for her. Baby, go away.
And then these, I cut all the treats in half because when I'm giving her treats and wanting her to do tricks, it takes her too long to go home.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's what I brought her to.
Yeah, she wants to go in there.
And if you're trying to work out.
Totally.
Okay, thank you. We'll
You're
be back.
welcome.
It'll probably take, the appointment's usually 45 minutes and then travel time.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Have fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, see, we're already friends.
Ah, so cute.
I know.
Oh my god, the baby.
I know, like, she looks like a toy.
Baby! Hi! Hi, sweetie! Hi, Puppers! Hello! Ah, the baby!
Raya! Yes! Oh! My nephews named her Raya. I think that's a Disney movie. Yes.
Gosh, that butt is so cute.
It's cool that she likes me. I mean, I have these things that she wants, but I was worried she would try to like run away. No running away, sweetie. Yes, what if I connect you to this kettlebell? Oh my god. I've never I've actually never seen this puppy in real life. She's tiny. Yeah, you stay over here toward the driveway. I don't want you to pee on my stuff. Hey, good girl. Okay, you can go in there if you want. Whoop. You're okay. Good girl, go in there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, you go be. How's it going with everyone's sets? Did you already do 4? Oh, good girl. Raya. Oh, good girl. I don't know if you're allowed to eat slugs and snails and stuff. Okay, how many sets is that for you all? 3? 4? 3.5? Okay, a couple more minutes then. Okay, good. Hey, baby, don't eat that. Yeah, so you can eat these. In there. Go hang out in your cage. What if you just go inside your cage? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh, I see. That is scary. You're right. All right, and once you finish up that fourth set, you can get a little rest. All your treats are in there. Girl, look, treats are in there. All right, and next we're gonna do a swing and then a broad jump. And then you'll broad jump back and then you'll swing again. And so you'll just kind of get your big swing, hee-yah. And then you'll set that back down and then you just go right into a broad jump. And then you'll broad jump back, maybe next to your kettlebell, you know, no danger. And then you'll do another big swing, 2 broad jumps. And you'll do that 8 times. So swing plus broad jumps times 8. And you're trying to like get that 8 done, like, you know, not as fast as you can, but at the same time, like at a nice pace. And then rest for a while before doing it again. And we'll do 4 of these as well. That's okay. It's 1 swing, 2 jumps, times 8. And then rest. I tried to even like weight my mats down so they wouldn't slide around, but it just made them split worse. Yeah, take like 2 minutes rest. And we'll do 4 times. Oh. Beep, beep, beep. Raya. Yes. Girl. At least go in there. You know that's where I'm putting your treats? You're smart. Are you smart? Huh? Raya. Raya. Oh, yes. Yes. Stop moving. You're okay. And when you're good, we'll do it again. Swing plus 2 broad jumps times 8. And like 2 minutes rest between sets. What about the ones in here? Nice. So funny, she only wants to eat the treats that are coming from me. She doesn't want to eat the ones. On the ground or in her cage. Also, she keeps chasing her tail. Super cute. Okay, I think I got one more set to do. If I'm counting right today. Hard to tell. So we did 4 rounds of that one also, and then take a little break. Okay, after you get your little break, next we're gonna try to do this part with like a weight that you can hold in one hand. And it's like kind of manageable to hold on in one hand for a while. But maybe and it's also maybe manageable to like press up overhead with 2 hands. We're gonna try to like press it overhead and also like clean it with 1 arm. But if you've got to go to a 2-arm clean, that's fine too. And we'll kind of just rotate every minute on the minute. And we're gonna have the first minute is gonna be, you're gonna do 8 overhead press. And you can use your hips if you want to like really get a hoist up there, or maybe not, depending on what your weight is. And again, maybe 2 hands on it. And then the remainder of the minute, you're gonna hold overhead and just kind of like walk around. And if you don't have room to walk around, you're just gonna hold overhead, which is fine too. And then the next minute, we're gonna do like a single arm power clean into a front rack, and then we'll do another minute on the other side. And then we'll do a swing with 1 arm to a farmer carry for 1 minute on one side and then 1 minute on the other side. And so that will be 5 minutes, and we're gonna try to fit in 3 sets. If we don't quite get in the whole sets, then sorry about that. Yay?
That one you have, both hands, right? The overhead or
For the overhead, it's both hands, and then everything else, it's 1 arm. And we'll do like 1 minute right and then 1 minute left, or whatever side you want. Okay.
Wait, can you say them all over again, please?
Yeah, sorry. Also, the first round through can kind of be like practice, but we're gonna start with like overhead press and then carry or just hold overhead. Then we're gonna go to a power clean on one side. And you can do these like between your legs or off to the side with a narrow stance, however you want. Into a front rack hold or carry. And then we'll do the other side. And then the last one is gonna be a swing on one side into a farmer carry at your side. And then we'll do it on the other side. And we're gonna do 3 rounds, if we can squeeze it in. So it's gonna start with our little overhead press. And it's like 8 of each thing. So like 8 overhead press into the carry. 8 power cleans on whatever side into the carry. 8 swings on whatever side into the carry for the remainder of the minute. Sorry, I think sometimes it gets too confusing. Okay, but we'll start in 10 seconds and we'll see how it goes. Starting with 8 overhead press. Push press if you want, use your hips. Ready, set, go. 8 overhead press. And then you're just gonna hold overhead. Also, you can take breaks when you want, if you want. 30 more seconds here. And then we're gonna go into single arm power cleans for 8 reps. And you can decide which side you wanna, whoopsie, you can decide which side you wanna start on. Three, 2, 1. So now a single arm power clean for 8 reps. And again, you can go between your legs or off to the side, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then just a single arm front rack carry. And you're trying not to rest the weight on your body, but instead hold it in your hands, kind of squeeze tight. Keep your midline braced, belly button to spine. And your weight is actually some sort of vessel full of water, and you really don't want it to spill. Or some other kind of precious liquid, like delicious hot coffee in the morning. Whew. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll switch to the other side. So now 8 cleans on the other side. And then once you've done those, we'll go into the front rack carry on that side. Did you find a bee? And then next we're gonna do 8 one-arm swings in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, so 8 swings. And then just a farmer carry in that suitcase position at your side. Keeping those shoulder blades down and back. Belly button to spine, rib cage down. 10 more seconds and then we'll switch sides. Three, 2, 1. 8 swings on that other side. And then farmer carry. And then after this, we're gonna go all the way back to that overhead press. Maybe now that we got through one round, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Maybe not. Maybe it only makes sense in my head. And we're gonna go 2 more times through if we have time, if we don't get kicked out. We can also try to do it 2 more times on your own if you have time. 3, 2, 1, 8 overhead press. Into 8 overhead hold or carry. Watch out for stuff above you. 30 more seconds.